Okay, we're going to learn something a little different this time. We're in the Gospels. Uh, Yohanan, or what you know him as John, and we're going to learn this saying right here where it says, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also." Now, at this point right here, he's only speaking to the apostles. He's not speaking to a crowd of people. He's not speaking to the scribes and Pharisees. He's only talking to the apostles. And that is what is known as a Rhema word or a Rhema statement. It's for a specific group of people, which is the apostles in this case. And he's saying, where I go to prepare a place for you. He says, in my Father's house are many mansions. And that word mansions is incorrect. It shouldn't be mansions. It should be rooms or chambers. In the New Jerusalem, the city that's made out of solid gold, the streets are made out of gold. It says there are 12 foundations. And in those 12 foundations, each foundation, an apostle rules over it. And that's what he's talking about right there, concerning the apostles. So we're going to go to that, and that's found in the book of Revelation. Okay, right here, we're in the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 12. Also she had a great and high wall, speaking about the New Jerusalem, with 12 gates, 12 angels at the gates, and names were written on them, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Okay, the 12 tribes. And 3 gates on the east, 3 on the gates on the north, 3 gates on the south, and 3 gates on the west. Now, the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and on them were written the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And there it is. He was only speaking to the 12 apostles. Everybody does not have a mansion in the kingdom of the Almighty. Most people will live outside of the city in the garden, because that's where Adam and Eve started out at, in the garden. And that's where we'll start out in the new kingdom, in the garden. And the Almighty will have trees there for us to eat, and a tree for healing for the nations. If you get sick, you can go eat of that tree and you'll be healed instantly. But anyway, there it is. Sorry to rain on anybody's parade or anything like that, but it is what it is. The 12 foundations in the Golden City, the New Jerusalem, are for the apostles. And that's what it's speaking of when it says 12 mansions, 12 rooms, 12 chambers. Each apostle will rule over a different level in the New Jerusalem. That's just a little short lesson. We'll learn more about the book of Revelation in the future. I will never teach on 666 and what it means. I know what it means, and I will teach it, but it's not going to be on here. And I'll talk to you about that later at a different time. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good night and a good rest of the weekend.